Okay, let's walk through a process of declining a first declension noun. If you remember, we did this like with verbs, and it's pretty similar process. So first thing is, if you look, Regina, Reginae. I told you that earlier that there were always 2 entries in a glossary with the gender listed right afterwards, and that's still going to happen. Now, what is listed in every single Latin glossary or dictionary that you'll ever find, so this is consistent, is the first one's listed is the nominative singular, and the second one listed is the genitive singular, always. And those are the things that you need to know. So if you look, the nominative singular goes here, and the genitive singular goes here. Now, how we find the stem of the noun is you go to the second one listed, which is the genitive singular. So remember, just like we went to the second principal part for the verbs, we go to the second entry, which happens to be the genitive singular. And no matter what declension you're in, you take off the genitive ending. The genitive ending here is AE. So we've got Reginae. I'm going to write it right here for us so I can make it a little bit bigger. And what you do is that you take off the AE, and what you're left with is REGIN. So what you're going to do for all of these is REGIN, 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 and we're just going to keep going down and doing that. And remember, I talked about if you had a process for doing it, then it becomes a lot easier. And I've always found that putting the stem down all at once, then I don't have to remember what it is. I get it down properly, and all I have to do is add the endings. So what you're going to now do is you're going to go down to your chart, and you are going to add the endings. So remember what I told you? This one's nominative singular, this one's genitive singular. So you literally could just write those down here, but you could also go through and add the endings, which is AE for I, AE for I, then with the macron, because that will help you know the difference between ablative and nominative. And then we have the plural, arum, is, as, is. So these you're going to have to memorize. You will need to know them by your midterm. So I, arum, is, as, is. I usually memorize them down singular and down plural. That just makes it easier, I think, then you can run through them in your head. Now for translation. So when you translate, if you remember in your chart book, you're going to memorize the extra English words that come with them. So we know this means queen. So nominative would be the queen. Nominative singular. Genitive would be of the queen. Remember each of these different endings. This one's to or for the queen. I do want you to write them both down. This one is just the queen. And this one, I do want you to write all of them down. By, with, from the queen. So remember the endings, all the different endings tells us what the noun job is, which is what makes Latin grammar so easy, because it tells you what it is. Now for plural, same English word, except that you have to make it plural. That would be of the queens. This would be to or for the queens. This next one would be the queens. And yes, you're going to write these down until I tell you you don't have to do it anymore. So by, with, from, same English word, the queens. And that is all there is to it.